Good morning. I got a really early start this morning. I've got groceries coming, but I'm going to try to squeeze in my 30 minutes on the treadmill before that. So let's see if I can get it done because the groceries are actually supposed to be here in almost exactly 30 minutes.
I don't see anything for me because groceries are for the woman and meals are for the man.
Shut up!
Follow me for more philosophy on life.
I thought it was $4.28 for these packages of chicken, but they $5.78.
Well, it's by weight, right?
Yeah, I guess that is. So I put together all the meat that we bought, and hopefully this meat will last about a month, 3 weeks to a month for us. So what I bought was, I bought 2 big packages of chicken thighs. Got them for a pretty good deal. They were about roughly $5 each. And then I got 2 big packs of chicken drumsticks. And I also got some uncured turkey bacon. With the uncured turkey bacon, it turned out to not be as much as I thought. It's actually an 8-ounce package. I need to go back and check. Usually I would get it from Sam's. And of course, you know, it's a big giant package. And I feel like I paid a little bit too much for just 8 ounces of turkey bacon. I got a 5-pound bag of boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Y'all know that I love the chicken breasts. Heit likes the dark meat. 3 1-pound frozen things of ground turkey. This is the 80% lean, but it'll do, and it'll work for tacos and stuff like that. I also got catfish nuggets. For whatever reason, they didn't seem to have catfish fillets that were already in a, packaged. They only have the kind that you get at the seafood counter. And a lot of times those are frozen and more expensive anyway, and they're like being sold as fresh. So anyway, I just settled for the catfish nuggets. I also got a pound of salmon. Heit doesn't prefer salmon, but he'll eat it every once in a while. And so these came in individually packaged flash frozen segments. So that's nice because I can just take out 1 or 2 depending on what I'm cooking. The shrimp. And the last thing I got was HEB brand made in Texas beef smoked sausage. And the reason I got this is because I'm going to be making gumbo. So normally we would use some smoked sausage in different dishes that I make. But for the gumbo, I wanted to make sure that I had enough.
Beef?
Yes, that's what you've been eating for a long time.
Beef gumbo sausage though? We're good.
It'll work. It'll all taste good at the end of it all. So we've got the sausage, we've got the shrimp for the gumbo, and then I'll probably use the chicken legs for the gumbo. So I got 4 of those. I like to put these and make sure that I freeze them. And as you can see, I still had 2 of the chicken thighs left, but this is my backup so that in case something goes on and, there's any issues with stock at the store that, we still have food to eat. These are the chicken legs, and I try not to block the vents in the back, so I find that this configuration works. First thing we got is some sour cream. I went with the 24 ounces of the sour cream, and I get the store brand for mostly everything because HEB store brand is amazing. And I love the quality of it. Got 2 things of almond milk. You guys know my struggles with almond milk. Some days or some months we consume a lot of it. And then some months it went bad. I just had to actually toss out 2 things of almond milk that had an expiration of November the 2nd. And here it was almost mid-November and they were still in the refrigerator. So I'm like, no, I got to keep an eye on that. I know I said that, but I'm for real now. So when it's about to expire, I'm going to make sure Heit has a bowl of cereal or I make something that needs the almond milk. So anyway, I only got 2 this time. We have 1 in the refrigerator that's open. So that should carry us for the month. sweet cream, unsalted butter, 4 sticks of that. We still have a big tub of like country crock or something equivalent to that. And I want to finish that out. And then after that, I just want to start using real actual butter because it's just going to be better for you. I understand. So I'm making that switch. So I have this so that when we run out, we'll have butter, but I'm going to freeze this. We have our cheese. I got a Kobe, Monterey Jack, and a cheddar. You guys know that Heit likes macaroni and cheese goes well on other dishes. So I like to get the economy size because I can save a few cents on buying it in bulk. So I will freeze this. Pepper jack singles, Heit likes those. And I also got some double pepper Monterey Jack cheese with jalapeno and habanero peppers. This is a new item I saw that I thought Heit might like. I think he may eat it with some Ritz crackers or something like that. So we'll see if he likes it. If he does, it'll get added to the list of things I buy.
I already like it.
So with the frozen vegetables, I usually just keep on stock, the chopped green peppers, bell peppers. I like that frozen because produce doesn't last for the full month. So once I'm out of the fresh produce, then I go to my produce that is frozen. This always comes in handy. Same reason, seasoning blend. It's got peppers chopped up in it and it's chopped up onions, just a seasoning blend. And one of these I'll be using for the gumbo, but I got 3 of those.
The Holy Trinity. Yes.
I got 3 of those. So that should be plenty. Whole green beans, these are just in a steamable bag, frozen, that I'll be able to prepare. And then this big giant bag of broccoli florets. Heit likes broccoli a lot, and so do I. And so this is kind of a staple. We usually have either broccoli or green beans as our vegetable with meals.
Do you want this onion?
No.
It's too cold to grow onions, but I have a plan for it. Onions make me cry, so I hope this don't really affect me. What is this thing? What in the... We have this beast back there. Maybe it'll think we're friendly if we feed it. I'm sure they eat onions, whatever they are, whatever it is. Now it's going to be like, yeah, I'm not going to attack them because maybe in the future, they're going to give me some food. But then again, maybe he's going to expect food and start coming over here and fed it to the beast.
Foolishness.
What do you think about feeding them?
I think that it's just going to make it come back if you feed something. But if it's like vampires and garlic.
Oh, yeah. And it never really went away anyway.
Okay, so one of these carrots in here is totally rotten. So I'm going to have to call them and see, can I get a refund? Because the quality of this is just not that great. Although the carrots was only like $1 and something, but still, I don't know. If I feel like calling them, I will. But like when you picked it, like, dang, did you look at it? And I had the same problem with the carrots before. Maybe I need to switch and get a different brand or get something else. But these carrots before, I had to throw the whole bag away because you would think carrots would keep you would think that the carrots would keep in the refrigerator for a couple weeks, and they were like starting to get soggy. This bunch of bananas was only like $1.20. How are bananas so cheap? I got a bag of sweet potatoes. They were kind of expensive, and these sweet potatoes are small. You see how little they are, but okay, I'll take them. A bag, I got about 5 cucumbers in there. That's going to be good because, I like to eat the cucumbers and salads and stuff. We have a big bag of navel oranges. Heit says he likes these a little bit better than the cuties, those little small mandarin oranges. So let's hope he eats these up because I have a few mandarin oranges that are going bad right now. Next, we've got this big old 5-pound bag of potatoes. I'm going to make some potato salad for Heit to go along with the gumbo we're going to make. Next, we have some Roma tomatoes. These were pretty cheap. The tomatoes run. This whole thing was probably less than $2 for 6 tomatoes. So I got some Red Delicious apples, a 3-pound bag. I've been on an apple kick lately. I've been liking apples and peanut butter. So that's why I got this. And then I also got some Fuji apples. And the prices weren't too bad on this produce. Every once in a while I get a taste for some cabbage. This is a smaller head of cabbage, so it'll cook up nicely. All right, so with our salads, I love to have matchstick carrots. So I got a bag of those, really reasonably priced. And then I got some celery sticks. This goes good with just about anything, but when I make my vegetable soup, I like to put the celery in there. So that's why I got the chopped up celery sticks. And you know what? I could actually chop a stalk of celery and it would be maybe, 75 cents cheaper. This was only like $2 for this. And a stalk of celery would have been, I don't know, $1 or so, $1.25. So, but I mean, it's just easier. This is more convenient. So I buy it already in the sticks. Bag of carrots that probably was $1 or so, $1.20. But it had the rotten carrot inside, so I'm gonna have to wash and clean these really good and then throw the rotten carrot away and see if there's anything, if any of the other parts of the carrot look bad. And if they do, then I'm just gonna ask for a refund. Next, we have our baby spinach. I like to make the salads with the baby spinach. And then when it looks a little wilty, like it might be going bad, then my vegetable soup, I will actually just literally, when I get ready to heat it up, add a few leaves of the baby spinach so that it doesn't go to waste. Packages of eggs that are 3 dozen each. And I got a whole bunch of eggs because we probably would use one of these in a month, but I got extras because we're going to be making deviled eggs and stuff like that. So I wanted to make sure we had enough to do that, and potato salad, or if we make tuna salad, because I do have some tuna, you'll see that coming up. And so, things that we want to add eggs to. So I got an extra one, but normally I would just buy one of these for the month. These are the snacks. A lot fewer snacks for the month than we normally would have because I'm not partaking in the candy and the sweets and the carbs. You guys know that I've been on my intermittent fasting diet where I eat 8 hours a day. So I usually eat between 1 and 9 p.m. And I'm abstaining from the snacks. So these are just these snacks for Heit throughout the month. First thing we've got are the cinnamon sugar donuts. He loves those. Then we got 3 king-size Kit Kats. I got these because I have this weakness for Reese's cups. And so
you're not eating those though.
I don't mind these though.
You're not eating them.
I don't resist.
You're not eating them.
I can resist these easily. Reese's cups, I need a little more time. So that's why I chose the Kit Kats instead of getting him the little Reese cups. Oreos. This was supposed to be hot fries, but they replaced it with these Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I mean, he prefers the hot fries, but whatever. And then these Welch's fruit snacks. And finally, we have Lay's Stacks. Kind of like the Pringles, except he says the Stacks sour cream and onion tastes better. So that's what I ordered. As you probably saw it out there in the garage, I already have a bunch of loaves of bread, but those get hard in the refrigerator. So I bought 1 loaf so that if Heit wants some bread that's actually soft, then we'd have something that is at least good for, and this bread lasts a nice amount of time. Again, this is the HEB 100% whole wheat bread, and you'll be surprised how good this bread is in terms of like lower carbohydrates and stuff. So it's got 1 gram of fat. The sodium is at 110 milligrams. Total carbs is 12 grams per slice. So 24 grams will give you a sandwich if you're getting that. So that's not too bad compared to some other bread. Sometimes I can find bread with 11 grams of carbs, but this is not too bad. It has 2 grams of added sugar. So that's kind of low on the list of added stuff. So I'm happy with this bread, and it's reasonable. It's like $2 a loaf. I bought Heit these English muffins.
No, you didn't.
I did. I bought them for you.
Why?
So
I like biscuits.
I have some biscuits,
yeah.
But I bought the English muffins because you talked about when you were in the Marines that you would get 2 of these English muffins and it would have eggs, bacon, and cheese on it. And so I have the turkey bacon and I can make you a breakfast sandwich. But what I'm probably going to do is freeze these and then take them out as I need to use them because Heit doesn't eat a whole lot of bread. And I'm abstaining, unfortunately, because I love bread. But so I'll freeze these and then take them out as I want to use them for him in his breakfast sandwiches.
I ate those muffins because that's what they had, not because I like the muffins.
All right,
that's the story.
I won't order the muffins again. I thought you liked them. I ordered muffins before, and then you seemed to be happy with them.
Well, because I ate it and it was cool because that's what was there.
You gonna eat this because that's what's there.
All right.
And then in the future, we'll just stick to the biscuits.
She really bought it for herself, though.
I didn't. You know I haven't been eating bread. I've been good. Okay. Some extra wide egg noodles. I got 2 packages of the egg noodles. Heit likes his pasta. So, and he doesn't like whole wheat noodles. Although I was talking to a friend of mine who said that it's about finding the right whole wheat noodle. So I'm going to try. People say that about everything. Well, I'm going to
You didn't have the right sushi. You didn't have the right whatever mussels are.
So I've gone back to the regular white flour, pasta for the, because that's what I'm making his pasta with these days. But I would really like it if we could find a whole wheat pasta that he does actually like, or some type of pasta that's not made from white flour. So we'll see. Also, to make Heit's salads even more enjoyable, because, I could just eat some leaves. It don't even matter to me. I've gotten some croutons, Caesar type of croutons. These were pretty cheap, HEB brand again. They're resealable, and I like that about them. We have rice. Now, y'all know I have a whole bunch of rice. I showed y'all that 10-pound bag of white rice that we have just stored away in the pantry. Another reason that I get stuff is because we have what I call a running pantry, and so I always like to make sure that I'm replacing whatever we're using. But typically, on a day-to-day basis, we're eating the brown rice. However, as we've talked about, we're making gumbo. And I was like, so you want brown rice with the gumbo? Heit is like, no, he is not eating the brown rice with the gumbo. So that's that. So he wanted the white rice. But then I was talking to my mother-in-law, Heit's mom, and she was telling me to get this jasmine rice. Now, we had never bought the jasmine rice, but look how clean it does. Look really clean and stuff. So this is a little bit fancy rice. So I bought the jasmine rice, and if he likes that, great. If he doesn't, we'll go with the white, and that'll be that. But this is for the gumbo. Up next, we have ranch dressing. You can never have too much ranch dressing. And the last couple times we made something, like when we made these jalapeno poppers, we ran out of ranch and we had to add a little bit of water to it to go. So I just got these. They were really cheap. This is like also one of the store brands for HEB. I just got 2 of these. These might have been 88 cents a piece. Sounds good to me. And one trick you can do if you're watching your weight is just dilute this when you put it on your salad. So you don't have to use what they say, just wet it. And you still get some of the flavor without all of the calories and the bad stuff and the salt that's in it. Next, I bought a few seasonings. Now, y'all know I love the Tony Chachere's no salt seasoning. And so I blow through that at least probably 1 a month. So I got another can of that. I wish they had it in the big canisters like they do everything else, but they don't. So I'm stuck getting this for it, and it's about $2.50 for this. It's a bag. It's a seasoning bag, basically, for, crawfish, shrimp, and crab boil. So that's just seasoning. This is garlic powder. Now, I recently had to replace my garlic powder due to an unforeseen incident that happened that you'll be able to see in an upcoming video, but it involved Heit, and it's all Heit's fault as to why we had to buy more garlic powder, but you'll be able to see that in an upcoming video. Okay, so I got 2 things of Jiffy corn muffin mix because I do have some red beans in there, and if I chose to make them, Heit likes cornbread with his red beans and rice. And y'all, a mini story time. I had some of this in the pantry, and for some reason, every time I would buy cornbread, what's supposed to happen is when you buy the new stuff, it goes to the back and the old stuff comes to the front so that you use the old stuff. Well, that apparently didn't happen, and I had a box that had been there for like a couple years, and I didn't check the expiration date on it or whatever, but it was like expired for a couple of years. I made the cornbread, didn't think anything of it. Cornbread came out hard as a brick, and I was
so
like,
you didn't make the cornbread?
Oh, I made the cornbread, but the product.
It wasn't cornbread.
It was
You
stone.
made something else.
I made a yellow stone because that thing was hard and looked so crazy. And I was like, what happened to it? And Heit walks into the kitchen like, did you do it right? Did you follow the instructions? Of course I followed the instructions. And then he's like, let me see. So he goes to the garbage, pulls out the box, and realizes that it's been expired for 2 years. And so of course we didn't eat the cornbread, but that was my little mini story time about that. I only got 2 of these because we don't eat cornbread much, which is how the whole incident happened in the first place. We have some mayo actually that's unopened and some relish, but because we're making potato salad, deviled eggs, a bunch of other things that require sweet relish and mayo, I went ahead and got some extra so that we don't run out of our regular stock of those items. Again, HEB brand, and I love no high fructose corn syrup in theirs. Heit loves his Alfredo. Now here's a little trick that I do. Of course I know that I should be making the Alfredo sauce from scratch with heavy cream, but the thing about heavy cream is it's going to expire, and you know, I only go shopping the once a month and I don't want to have that burden on me. So what I do is I use one of these as the base, because no matter what, almond milk, which is the only kind of milk we buy, is not about to make Alfredo sauce. It just doesn't work. So what I do is I use this kind of as a base, so at least I have a little bit of an actual dairy base. And then I use the almond milk to kind of thin it when I'm making a pasta dish. And usually I do it with the egg noodles, and I might have chicken and shrimp in there, and broccoli is usually how I'll make it. So this will be good for 2 different pasta dishes. Finally, I got some vegetable oil because I normally buy it in the big jug, but we've been cutting down on our oil use. So we only needed this, and I just want to make sure we didn't run out. We probably have about this much in the stock right now that's in the big jug, but just so we don't run out, I got this. Stay out. It's fresh. Here are the last items in the list. So I found some lip gloss. It was Wet n Wild, and it was like $1 or $1.50. So I ordered that. I also ordered some of these dental flossers. We were out of those. These were like 99 cents or about $1. You can always have alcohol pads, because when we were doing a clean out, Heit cut his finger. It was nice to have the alcohol pad, nice, easy to go for cut, scrape, bruises, or anything else. I bought some canned foods. Like I've been saying the whole time, our produce will run out usually about 2 to 3 weeks into the month. So I like to make sure that we still are able to have vegetables and other stuff that we want to have. So I make sure that I buy enough canned stuff. This time, because I haven't been eating the canned corn so much, I didn't order any corn, but I did get cut green beans. One of the things you'll notice is that I always get the kind that is no salt added. Like, that is so important, and it doesn't cost any more, and you can usually find it in your store brands too. So that's just something to keep in mind. And then if you're watching your sodium intake. So I got 12 cans of the cut green beans. Another thing I bought were these chunk light tuna in water. And this is a 12-ounce can, so it's, it's bigger. I think the other cans are like 6 or 8 ounces. So this is a nice big 12-ounce can, so I don't have to open multiple cans if I'm going to make, tuna salad or something like that for us. We actually have plenty of tuna in there, but I just buy a little bit each time to make sure, because you never know. And we're getting prepared for the winter. And last winter we had a terrible snowstorm here in Texas, where it was ice and snow, and for about a week deliveries weren't happening. People had food shortages, no electricity, water was cut off. So it's nice to have something to eat so you don't have to worry if that happens again this winter. Kind of a staple I always order. Tomato sauce, again, no salt added. Got 4 cans of that. This Del Monte sauce is cheap. It's like $1 or less. And it's nice as a starter. So again, just like that Alfredo sauce, I'll use 1 can of this, and then I add all the other stuff. I'll even add tomato sauce to it to stretch it. But it's nice to just have a quick base, so you don't have to be, if you don't have all of the ingredients, basil and oregano and all that stuff, or you just don't feel like it due to time, it's nice to have that to start your meal off. So this will be good for 2 pasta dishes, or if the lights go out or something and we have to make do with what we got, we can bust this can open and figure something to eat. So as you can see, the items that will actually go in the pantry and in our refrigerator here that's in the kitchen, I've left out. So I've got to put these pantry items away. And then over here, I also have the items that need to fit into the refrigerator and freezer that's here in the kitchen. My bill was about $250 from HEB, our local grocery store. And instead of using Instacart, this time I used HEB's delivery, and they deliver with favor. And it did turn out to be a little bit cheaper because I only had to tip the delivery driver, you know, about 15 bucks, and they only charged $5 for the delivery fee. So we're talking 20 bucks as opposed to tipping the Instacart shopper $20 plus all the upcharges and stuff like that. So I do think this is more economical, and they only had one replacement item, which was some chips. So I was really happy with the way this turned out. So I'm going to put that stuff away, but that's our haul for the day. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. It helps out our video. And if you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down too. Next, I think you should watch this video about our Instacart shopping experience.